Hi there, it's Chris from Intentional doing the stereotypical palm tree shot. I'm up in Queensland for a conference for the next couple of days. So I'm almost 2 weeks into trying to share each day. And I think what's been really fascinating for me in doing that is really rediscovering the strange things about myself or what makes me me. Some of you might know one of my favorite influencers and an actual influencer or thought leader, Seth Godin. And I often talk about when friends are looking to get into marketing or interested in starting a business and they ask for resources, I just tell them, go buy Purple Cow, then buy Linchpin, then sign up to the marketing seminar. And that's going to give you everything you need to know well ahead of what I did at my university degree. I love him. I love his simplicity in message. I love how generous he's been to show up each day. The amount of content that he has produced over time has just been remarkable. I think a trap that I've fallen into though, because he's so influenced me, is in the past when I've tried to share content, I've pretty much done that from a written point of view. So I've tried to write blog posts, I've tried to write on certain topics. One of the main reasons I love him is because I kind of see the world like he does, or not exactly the same, but his ability to link seemingly random ideas and apply them to marketing, business and identity. I thoroughly enjoy because that's how I see the world. For me, seeing the way that people make coffee and wine and how that relates back to business and marketing, seeing how people in sports teams, coaches, captains, the role in those clubs and how they all come back to it as well. I see the links between things like that often, and even between our clients, they could be in different industries, but I understand, this worked for them, this might work for you. And so I've always really enjoyed it. And because I've enjoyed him so much, when I've gone to share, oftentimes I try and, without even knowing it, but just subconsciously, I'm trying to write like him. Except I'm not him, and I'm not very good at keeping things short and sharp, as you can probably attest to in this. I'm not even that good at staying on one single message. I'm trying to do that more and more by sharing more content rather than fewer pieces and then trying to fit a whole bunch of stuff in. But I still fall short. And I think really what I've been thinking about 2 weeks in is that being you is really the best content that you can share, and that I haven't received hundreds and hundreds of views, receiving 5s and 10s of views, but that's okay, because that's, the challenge wasn't around how many views can I get, it was about how many ideas can I share. And today's idea really comes down to that, is that actually as you begin to share and as you begin to talk, it's funny the muscle that flexes in, this is how I see the world, and you think of another idea, and then it comes to your mind again in terms of, but I'm seeing this and I can share that. And so the 2 weeks in, I can say, I'm definitely not Seth. I don't have his ability to see a random idea and sum it up in a paragraph that completely makes sense and can go and change what someone's going to do tomorrow. But I feel that I am developing a style. I am developing all the opinion that I have and the opinion that I get to share with my clients and our team. I'm now able to, channel that into something that can be useful. Even looking back at the different topics that I'm sharing on, and what exactly is getting the most engagement, both in my LinkedIn network around people like yourselves that know me best, but also if you're having to watch this in YouTube from just a suggested channel or just pops up in search, is that it's actually showing the behind the scenes, it's telling the stories. And actually something I'm good at is being vulnerable and in being, as I said in a previous post, I love friendships that are too much information friendships where you can just pick things up again. And for me, that's actually the way that I run business as well. I believe that in giving as much information as possible, as I shared about previously, and telling the truth is actually a benefit. And that by being more open and more transparent. And so trying to take off, a glossy veneer of like, hey, I'm running an awesome agency and everything is awesome. It's really challenging. There's days where you go, you know what, I'm going to jump on Seek. What could I get paid if I want to work for someone? And you just, it's not just all roses all the time. And so, look, I'm excited to be up in the Gold Coast Leadership Conference the next 2 days just to really build into me. But as I'm up here and, as you're going to be meeting lots of new people, there's that tendency to put on a show or put on I run a marketing agency, it's really cool. I started as a side hustle and say every buzzword you can think of. But actually, it's far better in being you. And as I've shared content, and as I look at some of the blog posts I've tried to written where really, in the end, trying to sound like Seth in a way. Subconsciously, I'm not setting out to do it, but because he's influenced me so much in the way that I think and see the world, especially in the world of business, that naturally I do start writing that way versus in video. I've just got to talk. It's not as scary as it was 2 weeks ago, and I'm really excited to see where that goes to. And I guess I just wanted to challenge you. If you're watching this, you've got a point of view about something, get your camera out now, turn on your phone and just start talking and see the ideas that come out. I'm definitely already learning 2 weeks in. It's a muscle, and that as you are working that out, it does get stronger and new ideas are coming. So thanks for listening. I'll be sharing tomorrow as well. Ciao.